Roswell Media Sports.
All right, welcome in everyone to some high school softball here this afternoon. In the evening, we're Kosciusko taking on the Panthers of Amory. Of course, the Lady Whippets, the number 2 seed out of the district, taking on the number 3 seeded Amory. Amory comes in with an 8-13 record. Kosciusko 15-6 overall. This should be an interesting matchup here this afternoon. Of course, Kosciusko, taking a look at them throughout the season. Let me introduce myself. This is Scott Hines here. I'm going to bring you along the action here, kind of subbing in. Glad to be along with you here this afternoon. Of course, this is a best 2 out of 3 series here at game number 1 with these two, with Kosciusko and Amory. All right, Coach Kosciusko led by Coach Wade Moore. This is his first year, of course, a longtime assistant here, or at least for the past few seasons, assisted by Wiley Rhodes and Taylor McDowell. Of course, Kosciusko, no stranger to the playoffs over the past several years, as they have 3 state championships all within the past few years. The first one came along in 2018, so they won it in 18, 21, and 22. And then, of course, no strangers to the North State Championships, no question, as every year since 2015, I guess if you take the COVID year out, they have been in the North State Championship. So for 8 seasons in a row, they have done that. They're looking to make their way to repeat that again this season as they take on here in the first round the Amory Panthers. Kosciusko led by Anna Grace Whitehead in the circle. Of course, Whitehead, over the past several years in her career, but she has over 850 strikeouts in her career. So impressive player, no doubt. Has been, of course, signed with Jones, been named on the Clarion Ledger Dandy Dozen team the last couple of years. And, of course, an outstanding player for this Kosciusko team. And this Kosciusko team, like I said, no stranger to the state playoffs, and particularly in the state championship games over the past several years. Let's take a quick look at the lineups. First for Amory, let's take a look how they're going to start things off here. We may get interrupted with the national anthem. We'll try to get through Amory's lineup here. McElster will be the catcher. She'll lead it off. Ella Gray will be the left fielder batting second. Batting third will be Audrey Kate McComb, the shortstop. Batting fourth, Anna Claire Harris. She'll be out at second. Batting fifth, Janiyah Cockerham, the DP. Sixth will be Boykin. And at seventh will be Martin over at first base. Simmons is a pitcher, and for 9 would be the third baseman batting ninth. And we are going to have the national anthem. As we do that, we'll pause for a moment and be back after a word from some of tonight's sponsors.
Wendy's without the Wendy's app is like Nugs without the sauce. Or a Frosty without the fries. Or a hamburger without the fresh beef. No! Level up. Get the app to order ahead, order delivery, earn free food, and get app-exclusive offers. One app, all the Wendy's.
Offer for a limited time at participating Wendy's. Terms apply. App registration required. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Hello, I'm State Farm Agent Angel Alba McDonald on Highway 12 in Kosciusko. Today, small business owners know just how much hard work is involved in starting and growing a business, but the challenges involved are not foreign to you. You're all in. Still, it doesn't hurt to have some good neighborly help. Like yourself, as a State Farm agent, I'm a small business owner as well. This enables me to help you choose the right insurance coverage to fit your small business needs. So why not insure your small business with a fellow small business owner who also happens to be a good neighbor? Contact me, State Farm Agent Angel Alvin McDonald, on Highway 12 at 662-289-3161.
There's rough, R-O-U-G-H. Then there's rough, R-U-F-F. If your day is R-U-F-F, then come on in to Kosciusko Auto Parts. Hi, this is Jay Price with Kosciusko Auto Parts. We understand the meaning of rough. Come in, talk to us, tell us about your problems, and let us fix it for you. More than auto parts, CarQuest is Kosciusko Auto Parts. Rough, ain't it?
CarQuest is serious auto parts. Visit CarQuest.com.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, welcome back in, everyone. Kosciusko is taking the field after the national anthem with the Whippets and the Panthers of Amory. Of course, if you're out and about in the Kosciusko area, this is a place to be. You got baseball action. Kosciusko and Amory taking on each other in baseball action just across from us, and that game is already underway with those two. We're about to get started here with these two, and we'll quickly take a look at Kosciusko's lineup. The way they'll start things off, McKinley Dickerson out at shortstop will lead it off. Batting second will be Anna Grace Whitehead, the pitcher. Batting third, Mary Kimball Price over at third base. Batting fourth, Gracie Kate Burrell will be the catcher. Batting fifth will be Laura Beth Wood, the left fielder. Batting sixth, Gracie Rosamond, the second baseman. Batting seventh, Allie Moore, the first baseman. In the 8-hole, Kelly Goss, the center fielder. Batting ninth, Isabella Wallace, and she'll be in the DP spot. And the flex, Marley Shaw, and she'll be out in right field to start this ball game here for the Whippets. And we are about to get this thing underway. So defensively for Kosciusko, we have Wood in left, Goss in center, Shaw out in right, Price at third, Dickerson at short, Roseman at second, Moore over at first, Burrell, hope I'm saying that right, over at catcher, and Whitehead, the outstanding pitcher, in the circle. So we're about to get this thing underway as Mac McAllister will step in for the Panthers. McAllister batting .531 on the season. Takes a look at strike one from Whitehead. So 0-1 count. Here to the leadoff batter in his first round playoff action. And this is hit towards short. And Dickerson up with it, throws it across, and in time to get the out. So one down here in the top of the first. And that brings up Ella Gray. Gray, another hitter, batting over five. Got her batting .516 coming in. Batting from the left side here. Slap type style hitter. It's choked up on the bat. Kosciusko defending her. Price in over at third. Whitehead fires a strike at the knees and is 0-1 to Gray. The 0-1 swung on and missed, and it's 0-2 now to Ella Gray, excuse me. Try to get our volume working here. 0-2 to Gray. And that's foul back. And she spoiled that pitch, so it's going to remain 0-2. So 0-2 count here to Ella Gray. And that's fouled off again, so she spoils another one, spoiled a couple up from Anna Grace Whitehead. Going to Jones College next year. Jones, one of the top junior colleges in Mississippi. Played for the national championship a year ago. All right, the 0-2 again. A changeup this time is left outside, and it's going to go to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ella Gray. Price backed up a couple of steps, but still in front of the bag over at third. Guarding against that slap hitting style from Gray, and that one's downstairs, and it's going to be 2-2 to Ella Gray. So good at bat here for Ella Gray here early on. It's a tough pitcher, and Anna Grace Whitehead. And the count's going to run full now. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ella Gray with one down here in the first. We got cloudy skies here this evening. Here's the pitch is swung on and missed, and Whitehead's able to come back and get Gray, but Gray had a good at bat there, but two are down here in the first inning. Audrey Kate McComb. So McComb will bat with two down here in the first. That swung on and missed by McComb, and Whitehead's ahead of another hitter here. 0-1. Price and Moore on the corners playing a few steps in front of the base. And that's foul back, 0-2 to McComb. So 0-2 count here to McComb with two out in the first. Whitehead trying to work through this inning clean, and she just did as she paints the corner on the outside and strikes out McComb to end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down for McComb here in the, or excuse me, for Amory here in the first inning, and we'll go to the Kosciusko half of the first here in just a moment. Back here in a moment.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Hi, my name is Miles from Frank Chevy GMC.
Miles, what do we got going on this month?
Papa, is it true we have unreal rates?
Miles, unreal and unbelievable. 0% for 36, 2.9 for 72 on select models, and up to $10,000 off select models.
Papa, we have the most cars we ever have in 4 years.
That's right, Miles. We're making driving dreams come true right here on Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Shop us online at frankchevy.com or call 662-289-4611. Never been a better time than today.
Papa, can I go fishing now?
Frank Chevrolet GMC, Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, welcome back to the bottom half of the first inning. After Whitehead sent the Panthers down in order in the first, McKinley Dickerson will lead it off, the shortstop for the Whippets. Thank all our sponsors here to help you bring along the action throughout this playoff season with the Whippets. They try to follow them hopefully for a deep run this season. All right, Dickerson is going to step in from the right side for the Whippets and be facing Juliana Simmons in the circle for the Panthers. That pitch is left high from Simmons and is 1-0 here to Dickerson. Amory will have Ella Gray out in left, Bess Boykin in center, and Allie Sanders out in right. We'll get the infield here in just a moment. The 1-0 count here to Dickerson. That one's left low. It's 2-0 to Dickerson. Verdine will be over at third. McComb out at short. Harris at second, and Martin over at first. McAllister behind the dish. 3-0 now to Dickerson here to start this ball game off. Of course, Kosciusko, the 2 seed, they faced Caledonia and he split the series, but via the tiebreaker, sent Kosciusko in that 2 spot in the 4A playoffs as Dickerson takes a look at strike one. So it's 3-1 now to Dickerson. Pretty much playing her straight away in the outfield. And that 3-1 finds the top of the zone for strike two. So full count now to Dickerson. Playing normal depth, pretty much on the infield as well. And this leadoff hitter for the Whippets. And that one's going to be off the plate for ball 4. So a leadoff walk here in the first inning. Dickerson reaches here to start the ball game for the Whippets. And now Anna Grace Whitehead. She'll take her turn at the plate.
Now batting number 23, Anna Grace Whitehead.
So Whitehead is going to dig in. Whitehead leads the team with hits on the season. Got 29 hits, 483 batting average. This is hit and gets by the second baseman Harris, and it's going to go all the way where it's going to actually be cut off by the center fielder as Dickerson's able to get the third. Whitehead ends up at second, so runners at second and third with nobody out for Kosciusko. The Whippets threatening here early. Now Mary Kimball Price is going to dig in, the third baseman, as a courtesy runner is going to come in for the Whippets. And that courtesy runner Kelby Burrell. Hopefully I keep that pronunciation out. For some reason I can't get it right. But Mary Kimball Price, Burrell over at second, and the courtesy runner spot. Mary Kimball Price leads the team in homers with 6. And it's going to hit this toward right center. It's going to be down for a hit. That's one run in. Here comes Burrell. She's going to score. And Mary Kimball Price gets the 2 RBI single. And Kosciusko on the board first here as they take the lead here 2-0. A good start for the Whippets. Here in this game number 1. Of course, game 1 here in Kosciusko. Game 2 scheduled for tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be. I should have got that information because I know Amory had some issues a few years ago. As Burrell takes a look at ball 1. And this is Gracie Kate Burrell. And this is hit in the hole to left. And another base hit. And now runners at first and second for the Whippets. Here in the bottom of the first, still nobody out. All right, Laura Beth Wood, the left fielder. She's going to dig in from the right side with Price standing at second, and we got a courtesy runner for Burrell. Of course, the catcher, you got the opportunity to courtesy run. Let's see, we have to check on that. Can't see her number right now as Wood takes a look at ball 1. A little bit low, a little bit down in the zone there. So 1-0. Nobody out here. 2 runs home here in the bottom of the first for the Whippets. And got a piece of it and fouled it back. That's 21 out there for the Whippets in the courtesy run spot. And that's actually Burrell. They're going to let her run. Got to get used to all the players here. First time stepping in here in this substitute role. Here's the 1-1. And this is hit toward third. Bernard takes it and steps on the bag, and the fielder's choice is going to get Wood over to first, but they're 1 out now for Kosciusko here in the first. All right, Gracie Roseman, the second baseman, is going to stroll to the plate. Roseman with a chance here with a couple of runners on. Burrell over at second base. Wood stands at first. And this is going to be hit up the middle for a base hit. Burrell rounds third. She will score. Throw comes into second base, and it's a 3-0 lead here as Kosciusko gets another base hit. So Kosciusko, 4 hits already here in the first.
Number 16, Allie Moore.
All right, Allie Moore coming to the plate now. first baseman for the Whippets. And she's going to hit this towards second. Picked up, thrown over to first, and a big turn around third, but racing back was Wood. So Moore is going to be out as Harris gets it to Martin, and they're 2 out here in the first. 3 runs home already and a couple on boards. An opportunity for Kelly Goss, the center fielder, to score a couple of runs here as Roseman stands at second, Wood over at third. It's left upstairs, 1-0 here to Goss. 8th hitter of the inning. That one's left downstairs, 2-0. Big cut right there, comes up empty, and it's 1-1 now to Goss. Another swing and a miss. 2-2 now to Goss with 2 down, and a chance for Simmons to work out of this. And strike 3 as Goss swings through that and comes up empty. So we played 1 here in Kosciusko, and the Whippets have a 3-0 lead as they score 3 runs on 4 hits. They left a couple stranded. So we played 1 here. Kosciusko up 3-0.
Before you begin those do-it-yourself projects outside your home or business, be sure you know where your underground utilities are located. Always call before you dig. One easy phone call to 811 can protect you from injury and expense. Plus, it's the law in Mississippi. Make the call and avoid serious or fatal injury. For more electrical safety tips, contact Central Electric Power Association. Serving you since 1937. An equal opportunity provider and employer.
Mornings at Wendy's are pretty sweet. Our homestyle French toast sticks, honey butter chicken biscuit, or maple bacon chicken croissant are so much more than just savory. That sweet, sweet syrup, perfect for dipping or drizzling. And that sweet honey butter, oh, it's that kind of breakfast. With our homestyle French toast sticks, honey butter chicken biscuit, or maple bacon chicken croissant, waking up has never been sweeter. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's breakfast.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, we move into the second inning here at Kosciusko. Again, I want to thank our sponsors, Angel Albin McDonald, the State Farm agent here in Kosciusko, along with the Talla County Co-op. As we move to the top of the second, and a 4, 5, 6 hitters due up. All right, Anna Claire Harris going to get set here from the right side, facing Whitehead. Whitehead this time misses downstairs, so it's 1-0 here to Harris. Check swing, did she go? Yes, she went around, so it's 1-1 here to Harris. Couldn't hold up. Whitehead on the rise ball that time. Got her chasing. That one's going to hit the corner. 1-2. All right, 1-2 on the way. And that one just missed upstairs. Just high of the zone, so it's 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Harris. And spoiled that one was Harris. She stays alive. The count's going to remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Whitehead has set him down in order so far. He's got a 2-2 count. And that's going to be fouled toward the Kosciusko dugout as Harris spoils another one. Cloudy skies, and the rain's going to hold off for us. Get this game in. Baseball game just going on as well. Here's the 2-2, swung on and missed, and down goes Harris here to start the second inning. And that's the 3rd strikeout for Whitehead here in the. She's faced 4 batters, so she struck 3 out of 4 out. All right, Janiyah Cockerham, the DP, will come to the plate now. As she hits this toward first, Moore has it. Will step on the bag, and a 1-pitch at bat there. We'll get the second out of the inning. So 2 down for Whitehead. As Bess Boykin, the center fielder, will make her way here to the plate. With 2 down, Whitehead misses downstairs that time, so it's 1-0. Outfield playing Boykin straight away. All positions. For the Whippets. And this is going to be hit over the head of Moore and into right field for a base hit. So the first base runner of the game for the Panthers. With 2 on, there's a runner at first for Ansley Martin, the first baseman.
Now batting number 26, Ainsley Martin.
So Martin will bat from the right side here with Boykin over at first. And that just missed outside. Mr. Blue said it was just off the plate, 1-0. So a 1-0 count here to Martin. Swing and a miss, and Boykin off the bag, throw down to first, and she's able to get back. Boykin is safely back into first, diving back. What a 1-1 count here to Martin. 3-0 early lead for Kosciusko. With 3 runs home in the first. 2 down here in the second inning with a runner at first. For Amory, and this is hit towards second base. Roseman over to Moore, and that will end the inning for the Whippets, or for the Panthers here in the second. As they had got no runs on a hit, they left 1 stranded. So we played 1.5 here in Kosciusko with the Whippets on top, 3-0.
The beauty of spring starts at the Attala County Co-op. From your lawn to your flower beds, the Attala County Co-op will make it stand out against the rest with fountains, outdoor furniture, plants, and yard art. It's t-shirt weather, and the Attala County Co-op has a large selection of Old Row, Southern Point, and Strutton Cotton t-shirts, and new spring apparel from Ariat and Carhartt. For the perfect drinking experience, grab a brewmate before you head out to the baseball or softball field. The Attala County Co-op, Highway 12 East in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, we move to the second for the Whippets as they have a 3-0 lead. 9-1-2 hitters due up for Kosciusko here in the second inning after plating 3 runs on 4 hits in that first. Facing Juliana Simmons in the circle for the Panthers of Amory. Game 1 of a best-of-3 series here in the first round of the playoffs, a 4A action. Isabella Wallace. So Wallace, the DP. Takes a look at a changeup. She's going to get a piece of her shoulder there, and she's going to take first base after one pitch. So Wallace is the leadoff runner over at first. Tom Simmons tried to change some speeds.
Now batting number 12, McKinley Dickerson.
And it got her on the shoulder. All right, back to the top of the order. McKinley Dickerson's walked and scored back in the first inning. Takes a look at one that skips up there from Simmons for ball one. So Wallace over at first for the Whippets. 2-0 count now to Dickerson. Our 1 ball and 1 strike, Mr. Blue says. Gets it corrected. So 1-1 count. And this is hit up the middle for a base hit. A solid single by Dickerson, and she's on for the second time here in this ball game. And now Kosciusko has something going here in the second inning as well with the first 2 on. First inning, the first 4 are reached.
Anna Grace Whitehead.
All right, Anna Grace Whitehead, who doubled back in the first and scored. She'll make her way to the plate. The clouds are in the area, but they're holding off the rain so far. As Whitehead takes a look at ball one. So 1-0 count here to Whitehead. And this is lifted towards center and going to be run down by the center fielder Boykin. And 1 out here in the second inning for the Whippets. Nice play by Boykin out toward left center field to run that one down.
Now batting 0-0, Mary Kimball Price.
All right, double alt. Mary Kimball Price at the plate. 1 down with the runners at first and second. And I was going to scoot away and get by the catcher on a wild pitch. And the runners are going to move up. So Wallace is going to be over at third, Dickerson over at second. Now, big opportunity for Price here with a couple of runners in scoring position. Try to extend this Whippet lead as they lead it here 3-0. Change-up's popped up shallow center, but it's going to drop in the triangle out there in center field. Dickerson had to hold up. Wallace will score. Dickerson over to third. So Price with a little bloop single. He gets her second hit. She's 2 for 2. And now runners on the corners for the Whippets here with 1 down.
Now batting number 21, Gracie Kate Burrell.
Burrell will come to the plate. Gracie Kate Burrell, who singled and scored back in the first inning. So 4 runs home for Kosciusko, 3 in the first, now 1 home here in the second. And Simmons fires that one downstairs, and it's 1-0. Outside from Simmons, and so now 2-0. Burrell in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count. And she rips it into left field. And that'll score Dickerson. And Burrell has her second hit. And it's 5-0 as Price moves over to second base. So runners at first and second for Laura Beth Wood, who reached on a fielder's choice. First time around back in the first inning, batting it here in the second. Wood takes a look at strike one at the knees from Simmons. A nice location from Juliana Simmons from Amory. This is going to be hit towards second base. Picked up by Harris. Kind of underhand tosses it over to the first baseman, Martin. Moves up the runners, but now they're 2 out. So Price over to third, Burrell out to second. And Roseman, who singled her first time around, will come to the plate with 2 out. Opportunity to add here for the Whippets with 2 down. And hit off the glove of Simmons over to second base. She picks it up, Harris does, and gets it to Martin in time to end the inning. But Kosciusko is able to strike for a couple of more runs on 3 hits. They left a couple of stranded. So we played 2 here in Kosciusko, and the Whippets are on top here, 5-0.
There's rough, R-O-U-G-H. Then there's rough, R-U-F-F. If your day is RUFF, then come on in to Kosciusko Auto Parts. Hi, this is Jay Price with Kosciusko Auto Parts. We understand the meaning of rough. Come in, talk to us, tell us about your problems, and let us fix it for you. More than auto parts, CarQuest is Kosciusko Auto Parts. Rough, ain't it?
CarQuest is serious auto parts. Visit CarQuest.com.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Your good health is our priority.
Did you know you do not have to drive for specialized care? Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko partners with specialists in urology, cardiology, neurology, and orthopedics. Have your primary care provider refer you to a PMG specialist today.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Good health is our priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, the Whippets take a 5-0 lead here into the third inning. Again, want to thank our sponsors, as Central Electric Power Association and Frank's Chevy GMC as well, bringing you all the action here in the playoffs for the softball Whippets, who's used to winning throughout the last decade for sure. State championships hanging on the wall out there. All right, Juliana Simmons, the pitcher, will lead it off for the Panthers, and Whitehead fires one in there for strike one. And this is going to be hit toward right and is going to hang up in the air and going to be caught by the Whippet right fielder Shaw. Marley Shaw makes the play, and 1 up, 1 down for Whitehead here in the third inning.
Now batting number 16, Simone Burdine.
Burdine now, Simone, the third baseman. Well, bad, 9th hitter of the inning. Or the lineup, bunts it to third. Price picks it up and fires it down to first. And is able to get Burdine by a step. The speedy Burdine thrown out by Price. Price showing some athleticism. Well, like a good bunt off the bat there. About where you would want to put it. Price hustled in there, picked it up and fired it to first, and they're 2 out. So we're back to the top of the order. So first time around, Whitehead has allowed one hit. McKelster will bat. Grounded out the shortstop to lead the ball game off. Batting here with 2 down. Just below the knees there from Whitehead. 1-0. So McKelster with a 1-0 count. That one's outside, 2-0. So McKelster in the driver's seat. Whippets on top, 5-0 here with 2 out in the top of the 3rd inning. And that one's going to find the zone from Whitehead, and it's a 2-1 count. Two and two as that one's at the knees. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to McKelster. That's hit in foul ground over the head of Moore and is going to drop foul. Count's going to remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter for Amory. This is hit towards second. Roseman picks it up and tosses it over to Moore, and that will end the inning here in the 3rd. So 3 up, 3 down for Whitehead here in the 3rd inning. So we played 2.5, and the Whippets are on top here 5-0.
Hello, I'm State Farm Agent Angel Alba McDonald on Highway 12 in Kosciusko. Today's small business owners know just how much hard work is involved in starting and growing a business, but the challenges involved are not foreign to you. You're all in. Still, it doesn't hurt to have some good neighborly help. Like yourself, as a State Farm agent, I'm a small business owner as well. This enables me to help you choose the right insurance coverage to fit your small business needs. So why not insure your small business with a fellow small business owner who also happens to be a good neighbor? Contact me, State Farm Agent Angel Alvin McDonald, on Highway 12 at 662-289-3161.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, back here as the Panthers make a pitching change here to start the 3rd inning. They're going to bring in A.C. Harris. Harris was out at second base. So they move here in from second to the circle. Let's see the other changes we'll have. Simmons will check out. A couple other changes. We'll try to check those here as we move along. They need to start reporting to me. All right, McComb. We started the game out at short. He still remains at short. The new second baseman is going to be Ella Gray. And then Simmons, I believe, is going to move out to left field. So Gray has moved to second. Gray started out in left.
Number 16, Allie Moore.
Allie Moore. Take a look at a changeup that misses outside. So 1-0 here to Allie Moore. That one bounced up there. 2-0 to Moore. Here in the 3rd inning, Whippets in control here early. 5-0. Scored 3 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. A total of 7 hits so far. Left 4 on as well. 3-0 now to Allie Moore, the first baseman. 3-0 misses and 4-pitch walks. Going to send Moore down to first base here in the third inning. And that brings up Kelly Goss, the center fielder. Kelly struck out back in the first inning.
Now batting number 11, Kelly Goss.
See what the Whippets have brewing right here. Take a long look down to the third base coaching box. As swing and a miss from Goss, and it's 0-1. Of course, Coach Wade Moore giving the signals down at the out of the third base side. All right, 0-1. Here's the count here to Goss. She squares the butt, pulls it back, but takes a look at a strike. So it's 0-2 now with Moore over at first. So 0-2 count here to Kelly Goss. And that's going to clip the corner. And Harris strikes out Goss. 1 out here in the third.
Now batting number 2, Izzy Wallace.
Isabella Wallace. He was hit by a pitch last inning. Was coming around to score for the Whippets. Will be at the plate now. Changeup is going to be in the hole between short and third. And Wallace is on with a 1-out single. So now the Whippets threatening again here. The runners at first and second. Runners at first and second, and that's going to be back to the top of the order now with Dickerson. Dickerson's 1 for 1. She walked and scored in the first and laced a single in the second and scored as well. So she's got 2 runs scored, 2 of the 5 that come from the leadoff spot. A chance to add some more here for the Whippets. And this is ripped right at the shortstop. McComb picks it up over to third and gets the lead runner. But Dickerson hit it hard, 1 hop McComb. McComb picked it up and threw it over to third. So a 6-5 fielder's choice, and there's 2 down here in the inning. As Wallace moves over to second, and Dickerson over to first, and Anna Grace Whitehead. Whitehead 1 for 2, doubled back into first and scored and flew out to center. Batting now for the 3rd time around in as many innings. And she's going to foul this one out of play.
Hey, with the fans, if you get a foul ball this evening, take it back to the concession stands, and our Diamond Dog ladies will give you a treat.
All right, 0-1 here to Whitehead. Another changeup. This one's lifted towards center and is going to fall for a base hit. 1-run score. They're waving Dickerson. Dickerson's going to score all the way from first. And a 2-out single from Whitehead's going to plate a couple of runs as she helps her cause there. Wallace scores for the 2nd time. Dickerson scores for the 3rd time for the Whippets. And it's out to a 7-0 lead for Kosciusko. As Whitehead gets her 2nd hit here in this ball game. The opening game of the series. Mary Kimball Price, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. And she hits this toward right field. And it's going to be caught out there by Sanders to end the inning. But the Whippets are able to score a couple of more runs, and they extend their lead as Kosciusko on top here, 7-0. Back here in a moment.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Hi, my name is Miles from Frank Chevy GMC.
Miles, what do we got going on this month?
Papa, is it true we have unreal rates?
Miles, unreal and unbelievable. 0% for 36, 2.9 for 72 on select models, and up to $10,000 off select models.
Papa, we have the most cars we ever have in 4 years.
That's right, Miles. We're making driving dreams come true right here on Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Shop us online at frankchevy.com or call 662-289-4611. 4611. 4611. Never been a better time than today.
Papa, can I go fishing now?
Frank Chevrolet GMC, Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, we move into the fourth inning here with Amory coming to the plate against Whitehead. Whitehead surrendered just one base runner so far. Again, want to thank the sponsors here for the softball action. Frank Chevy GMC, Kosciusko Auto Parts, Premier Medical Group, Wendy's as well. All right, Ella Gray is going to lead it off here in the fourth against Whitehead. Gray takes a look at ball one, just misses the corner outside there, so 1-0. Gray first time around struck out. Whitehead has struck out 3 Panthers. This one's fouled, and it's 1-1. So Boykin, the only Panther to reach a 2-out single in the second inning. Here against Whitehead. Here's the 1-1, and that's hit toward Price. Price picks it up, throws it across, and boy, dug out of the dirt by Moore over at first. So Moore did a good job as she went. First off, Price did a good job. Ball was to her right along the line, and picked it up. Our momentum kind of going away from the bag at first, and she throws it. Short hops Moore. Moore picks it up and called safe at first. So called safe. We get all that right. I just assumed there was an out. I guess the foot was not on the bag down there. So Gray's going to reach. Just going to have to give an error there, unfortunately, as that pitch misses to McComb, 1-0. A runner at first, nobody out for the Panthers. So 1-0 here to McComb. Fouls that one back. That one went into the baseball stands. We look out from all directions here. Both games going on right now. 1-1 count here to McComb. Audrey Kate McComb, that is, the shortstop. And she's going to pound that one in the dirt foul. 1-2. All right, 1-2 count here to McComb. And this is going to be lifted toward right center, but ranging over is Goss, and Goss is going to make the play. And they're 1 out this time. I made sure I saw the umpire signal. 1 out here in the fourth inning. The runner stands at first.
Now batting number 1, Anna Claire.
And that's Ella Gray. All right, Anna Claire Harris. She's moved to the pitching circle over from second base. She'll be at the plate now. Harris struck out to lead off the second inning. One of 3 strikeout victims of Whitehead. So 1 down here in the fourth inning. 7 runs home for the Whippets. Whitehead working on a shutout here. 1-hit shutout, that is. A swing and a miss from Harris, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 count here to Harris. And she fouls that one. It's going to be 0-2 now. Game 1 here in Kosciusko. Game 2 scheduled to be hosted by Amory. And then game 3, if necessary, back here in Kosciusko on Monday. 0-2 count. Whitehead throws that one off the plate, 1-2. Definitely want you to stay with us here. 7-0 Kosciusko. We got a close baseball game going on as well. 5-5 over there between Amory and Kosciusko baseball. That one's downstairs, 2-2. Is the count to Harris. Gray over at first for the Whippets. One down as Harris fouls that out of play. No wind here. The softball, the flag just limp out in left center field. All right, the 2-2. And that's going to be left high. So count's going to run full there to Harris. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Harris. And that's going to be in there for a strike, and Whitehead strikes out her 4th batter of the ball game. The 2nd time she's been able to get Harris. And they're 2 out now for the Panthers here in the 4th. Jemiah Cockerham, who grounded out to first base. And Allie Moore, as Moore fielded it and touched the bag. This time it's going to be hit right back to Whitehead. She picks it up, throws it over to Moore, and that's going to end the inning here for Amory. So we played 3.5, and the Whippets in control here. It's 7-0, Kosciusko on top. We'll be back here in a moment here on Boswell Media Sports.
Before you begin those do-it-yourself projects outside your home or business, be sure you know where your underground utilities are located. Always call before you dig. One easy phone call to 811 can protect you from injury and expense. Plus, it's the law in Mississippi. Make the call and avoid serious or fatal injury. For more electrical safety tips, contact Central Electric Power Association. Serving you since 1937. An equal opportunity provider and employer.
Mornings at Wendy's are pretty sweet. Our homestyle French toast sticks, honey butter chicken biscuit, or maple bacon chicken croissant are so much more than just savory. That sweet, sweet syrup, perfect for dipping or drizzling. And that sweet honey butter, oh, it's that kind of breakfast. With our homestyle French toast sticks, honey butter chicken biscuit, or maple bacon chicken croissant, waking up has never been sweeter. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's breakfast.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, here we go. Kosciusko is part of the 4th inning. Leading 7-0. This is Scott Hines here, bringing to the action. And first game is stepping up to the plate. Burrell takes a look at strike 1, right at the top of the zone. 0-1 here to Burrell. So 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Whippets as Burrell fouls that out of play. So 0-2. Burrell 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, scored a run in the first inning. Change up hit toward McComb, short hop, picks it up, throws it to first, high, but able to get down, and in time is Martin as she lands on the base to get the out. So 1 up, 1 down here in the 4th for the Whippets. As Harris remains in the game for Amory. She's checked in the 3rd inning. Whippets were able to score a couple of runs after a couple of hits. All right, Laura Beth Wood, she's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Takes a look at a strike 1 on the inside corner. Wood reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to second base. Harris actually made the play out at second. She moved to the circle. as that one's left low, 1-1. So 1-1 count here to Wood. Another changeup. This one's hit toward McComb. McComb throws it to first and dug out by Martin again. So McComb is able to field the first two and throw them across here in the fourth. So Roseman is 1 for 2. She'll bat, singled back in the first inning. So 2 are out for Roseman. 7-0 lead for the Whippets. Harris's pitch goes high from Amory. So the 1-0 change up, and then it's going to be foul to the right side by Roseman. The count's going to go to 1 ball and 1 strike. All right, the 1-1 now to Roseman. Change up, lifted towards center, and he's going to hang up for Boykin, and Boykin makes the play to end the fourth inning. So 3 up, 3 down for Kosciusko here in the fourth, and we're going to move to the fifth. Kosciusko on top, 7-0.
The beauty of spring starts at the Attala County Co-op. From your lawn to your flower beds, the Attala County Co-op will make it stand out against the rest with fountain, outdoor furniture, plants, and yard art. It's t-shirt weather, and the Attala County Co-op has a large selection of Old Row, Southern Point, and Strutton Cotton t-shirts, and new spring apparel from Ariat and Carhartt. For the perfect drinking experience, grab a brewmate before you head out to the baseball or softball field. The Attala County Co-op, Highway 12 East in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, into the fifth we go. And, of course, I want to thank all the sponsors, Angel Albin McDonald State Farm, the Attala County Co-op, Central Electric Power Association, Frank's Chevy GMC, Kosciusko Auto Parts, Premier Medical Group, and Wendy's. I want to thank all the sponsors to help you bring along the action here from the Whippets as they move into the playoffs. They're in the first round, looking to take game one here as they have a 7-0 lead, and they got a dominating pitcher in Whitehead out in the circle. And things are looking good at the moment for the Whippets. Whitehead has struck out 4 Panthers as Boykin bunts through that for strike 1. Whitehead only allowed 1 hit, and it was to Boykin out to right field the first time around for her back in the second inning. He's only allowed 2 runners as a runner reached on the error to start the fourth. So he left both of them stranded at first base. Boykin takes a look at strike 2. An 0-2 count now from Anna Grace Whitehead. The best Boykin. The ball in the dirt swung on by Boykin and dug out by Burrell. Applies the tag, and there's 1 down here in the fifth, and Whitehead gets her 5th strikeout. Ainsley Martin, who grounded out to second base. Roseman picked it up and got it over to Moore in time back in the second inning. That ended that inning. That one's on the outside corner for strike 1 from Whitehead. Wind picking up a little bit, blowing in from left center. Trying to hold that rain off. There's the 0-1. This is hit Down toward right, and it's going to be just foul, sliced just outside the line to make it an 0-2 count. So Martin just missed hitting a double right there. Got a good angle on that one. Mr. Blue on top of it. 0-2 here to Ansley Martin. That one misses down. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Martin. And this is hit toward third. Price picks it up, fires it across over to Moore. And they're 2 up, 2 down for Whitehead here in the 5th. So the Panthers are going to bring up Juliana Simmons. Simmons started the game in the circle, moved out to left field. And she hits this toward the shortstop. Dickerson on 1 hop, picks it up, fires it to first. And a clean inning for Whitehead here in the 5th. So she sends them 3 up, 3 down. And Kosciusko with a 7-0 lead will bat here in just a moment.
There's rough, R-O-U-G-H. Then there's rough, R-U-F-F. If your day is R-U-F-F, then come on in to Kosciusko Auto Parts. Hi, this is Jay Price with Kosciusko Auto Parts. We understand the meaning of rough. Come in, talk to us, tell us about your problems, and let us fix it for you. More than auto parts, CarQuest is Kosciusko Auto Parts. Rough, ain't it?
CarQuest is serious auto parts. Visit CarQuest.com.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Your good health is our priority.
Did you know you do not have to drive for specialized care? Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko partners with specialists in urology, cardiology, neurology, and orthopedics. Have your primary care provider refer you to a PMG specialist today.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Good health is our priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, Moore is going to lead it off. Allie Moore here in the 5th inning takes a look at strike 1 from Harris, who had a clean inning back in the 4th. Change up this time is ripped and just hooked foul past third base. 0-2 now. Moore just out in front of that one. Now has 2 strikes. As the wind, I mentioned last half inning, has picked up a little bit, blowing in from left center. Another changeup. This one's toward left, but it's going to be run down by Simmons out and left, and there's 1 down here in the 5th. All right, that brings up Kelly Goss. Goss has had a tough time solving these pitchers from the Panthers here so far. She struck out a couple of times. See if she can get things going here. She swings through that for strike 1. 0-1 to Goss here in the 5th inning. That one misses inside to Goss from Harris. Harris, I think, wanted that one, but it was left inside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Kelly Goss, the center fielder. Swinging, strike 2, 1-2. So Harris has gotten 5 in a row out. Starting with Price to end the 3rd inning. He had a clean 4th inning. Changeup. That floats across there for strike 3. So add another one to her total. And she's gotten 6 in a row out. All right, Isabella Wallace. Now, she's been a tough out so far for the Whippets. She scored a couple of runs. She was hit by a pitch and singled. As I mentioned, both times around was able to score. She's batting with 2 out here in the 5th. As Harris fires it at the knees for strike 1. The 0-1 count to Wallace, and that one misses up high above the zone. So 1 ball, 1 strike. This time the changeup floats too high, and then now Wallace gets ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Harris comes back and fires one at the knees again. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the 5th with Kosciusko on top 7-0. But Harris has come on to kind of settle things down as she skips that up there for ball 3, 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Isabella Wallace. And that's going to miss high. And Wallace is on for the 3rd time in this game. And she reaches first, and the order is going to flip over to Dickerson. Dickerson with 3 runs home. She has scored 3 times. Walked in the first, singled in the second, and then reached on a fielder's choice and scored all 3 times. She has come to the plate. Now batting here with 1 on and 2 out here in the 5th inning. A strike as Wallace trying to swipe second, throw down to second in time to get Wallace as McElster is able to throw her out trying to take second. And that will end the inning as Wallace is erased. So we've played 5 innings here in Kosciusko, and the Whippets are on top 7-0.
Hello, I'm State Farm Agent Angel Alba McDonald on Highway 12 in Kosciusko. Today, small business owners know just how much hard work is involved in starting and growing a business, but the challenges involved are not foreign to you. You're all in. Still, it doesn't hurt to have some good neighborly help. Like yourself, as a State Farm agent, I'm a small business owner as well. This enables me to help you choose the right insurance coverage to fit your small business needs. So why not insure your small business with a fellow small business owner who also happens to be a good neighbor? Contact me, State Farm Agent Angel Alba McDonald, on Highway 12 at 662-289-3161.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, Anna Grace Whitehead back out here for the 6th inning. Got a shutout brewing for the Whippets. Allowed just 2 base runners, striking out 5. Hasn't walked anyone. Allowed 1 hit. Back in the 2nd inning with 2 out. Runner reached via the error, and that's all she's given up so far. As we move to the 6th inning, Simone Burdine will bat. Burdine, let me get that right. Burdine had a nice bunt. This time she fouls it back for strike 1. She bunted had the right touch on the bunt, but Price was able to hustle up, field it, and throw her out by a step. That happened the first time around back in the 3rd inning. Got to credit Price with a nice work with the leather that time around. And a strike fired in there from Whitehead, and it's an 0-2 count. Here to the 9th hitter in the lineup. So 0-2 count. Swinging strike 3, and Burdine goes down here in the 6th. to start it.
23, McAllister.
McAllister will bat. Now she's grounded out to short twice. Once in the first, once in the third, batting again here now in the sixth. Well, that one was fired in there from Whitehead. It just misses high. She had some juice on that fastball. All right, so 1-0 here to McAllister. A check swing, went around, strike one. All right, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the top of the sixth. The Whippets in control here, 7-0. All right, Whitehead skips that one in there for ball 2. So 2-1 count now to McAllister. As that one finds the strike zone. All right, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And McAllister spoiled that. Whitehead struck out 6 Panthers so far. As this hit in the hole between first and second, and McAllister's on here with the second hit of the ball game for the Panthers. So she's on here with 1 down in the sixth. So Ella Gray, who reached last time, reached on an error. Whitehead surrenders her second hit. And this is slapped toward left and dropping in there, back-to-back hit. It's going to scoot away from Wood, and it's going to allow McAllister to move up to third. And Wood is over to second, and now Amory's got something brewing here. Back-to-back singles. And a couple of runners in scoring position for the Panthers. So Whitehead face Audrey Kate McComb, the 3-hitter in the order. As that one's left high, 1-0. McComb struck out back in the first and flew out to center. 1-0 count now from Whitehead. Well, that's fired in there, hit the inside corner for strike 1. That one's foul back. So 1-2 here to McComb. So Whitehead really bearing down here on McComb, trying to get a big second out. Work out of a jam here in the 6th inning, although leading 7-0. Want to preserve that shutout she's got going. A shutout on 3 hits allowed, but 2 of them had just came in back-to-back at bats. As that one just misses 2-2. The 2-2 from Whitehead on the way. That's popped up, and it's going to float out of play. And the count's going to remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. Fired in there, hit toward the right. And it's going to be off of Shaw's glove and going to drop. Good effort out there. But Shaw unable to come away with it. And we're going to have another hit out there for Amory. That's 3 hits in a row with runners on the corners. Now 1 out and 1 run home for the Panthers here in the 6th inning. So we got a 7-1 ball game. Panthers looking to add here Anna Claire Harris, who's moved to the circle back in the 3rd inning. And she's able to keep those bats down of Kosciusko. That's a strike fired in there from Whitehead. So 0-1 count here to Harris. And Harris fouls that. 0-2. So 0-2 count here to Anna Claire Harris. And a swing and a miss on the rise pitch there from Whitehead. And she strikes out the second batter here in the 6th inning. Her 7th of the ball game.
Now batting number 21, Janiah Cockerham.
Janiah Cockerham, who's 0 for 2. She's seen 2 pitches. She grounded out to first and then grounded back to the pitcher. Batting here with runners on the corners with 2 out. That one's left high for ball 1. So 1-0 here to Cockerham. A swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. This one's lifted up toward left. Wood should have a play on it out and left, and she does. And that will end the inning. But Amory's able to strike for a run on 3 hits. So we've gone into the bottom of the 6th inning, and Kosciusko on top, 7-1.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Hi, my name is Miles from Frank Chevy GMC.
Miles, what do we got going on this month?
Papa, is it true we have unreal rates?
Miles, unreal and unbelievable. 0% for 36, 2.9 for 72 on select models, and up to $10,000 off select models.
Papa, we have the most cars we ever have in 4 years.
That's right, Miles. We're making driving dreams come true right here on Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Shop us online at frankchevy.com or call 662-289-4611. Never been a better time than today.
Papa, can I go fishing now?
Frank Chevrolet GMC, Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, we roll to the bottom of the 6th, and Dickerson smokes it right at center fielder Boykin. Boykin's right in the perfect position. So 1 pitch, 1 out here to start the 6th inning. So McKinley retired for or didn't reach for the first time. Anna Grace Whitehead, 7-1 score. Whippets on top, looking to add a little more insurance. As this one's ripped, backhanded by McComb, and fires it across, and Martin couldn't quite hang on there. Been a tough play. And I'm going to give that an infield hit. That'd been a tough error. Went to her backhand, McComb did. Got a tough play. Got a pinch runner in, or courtesy runner for Whitehead, and didn't get the number in there, but Mary Kimball Price, we'll try to get her name hopefully here in just a second. That's Price 2 for 3. We'll dig in for the Whippets, trying to add some more here. A change up, and that's left downstairs. And it's 1-0 here to Price. And Price drives this towards center. It's high, it's deep, and it's off the wall. Price has got a double. And we'll have runners at second and third. Here with one down for the Whippets. 7-1 ball game.
Now batting number 21, Gracie Kate Burrell.
All right, Burrell will bat. Gracie Kate. One out for Burrell. That's going to get a piece of Burrell. Isabel Williams is the runner, 8th grader. Getting some action here in a playoff action. As Burrell's going to reach, and the bases are now going to be loaded. So Laura Beth Wood is actually the potential winning run here in the 6th inning. You go by the 10-run rule, up 7-1. Some fireworks going off with the Whippet baseball team getting the wins. I think that's what happened. Everyone kind of looking around, but yeah, the Whippet baseball team has just took a 6-5 victory over the Panthers in game 1 of their series. And a strike fired in there here to Wood. So bases are loaded with one down here in the 6th inning. That one just misses downstairs. 1-1 here to Laura Beth Wood. So a chance to add some insurance. Wood 0 for 3. That's hit hard towards second, and it's taken by Gray. She gets it over to first. But Kosciusko is able to get that run home they surrendered in the top half of the inning. Base runners move up. And they're 2 down. Here in the 6th, 8-1 ball game. Whippets on top. Gracie Roseman, who's 1 for 3. Takes a look at strike 1. It's a 0-1 count here to Roseman. That one's downstairs. 1-1 as the count evens up. A chance to add here in the 6th inning. A change up. That floats in there for a strike. 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strike count here to Roseman. And just spoiling it was Roseman as Harris come back with that fastball after that floating changeup. He tried to blow the fastball by Roseman, but Roseman's able to spoil it and got just enough of it to foul it off. All right, 1-2. This is hitting foul ground and is going to drop over the right side. The count's going to remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Roseman hanging tough. There's that changeup, and that's going to be hit up the middle, and Roseman's going to beat it out at first. 2-run score, infield single. 2 more runs are home, and Kosciusko has stretched this out to a 10-1 lead with a 3rd hit of the inning. And now the potential winning run stands at first base here in the 6th inning with a 10-1 lead. And now Allie Moore, 0 for 2, drew a walk back in the 3rd inning. That one's high from Harris, 1-0 here to Moore. This is hit hard down the 3rd base line. It's going to be fair, and that's going to send Roseman over to 3rd, and now the winning run stands at 3rd with a 2-out double by Moore. Fourth hit of the inning. And now Amory's going to try to regroup here as Kosciusko starting to figure out Harris here in the 6th. So the Whippets with 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 2 more in the 3rd. 4th and 5th did not score, and now 3 home here in the 6th after Amory scored 1 in the top half of the inning. So the winning run stands at 3rd, and Roseman. At the plate is Goss. Goss has had a tough day so far. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And now the pinch hitter, Mike Burrell, is going to come in and pinch hit. And that's going to be Kelby Burrell here for Goss. So Burrell is going to get some action here. And that skips by and is going to score Roseman. And that's going to be the 11th run home. And the Whippets are going to take game 1 here over Amory as the Whippets win it 11-1. And we'll be back here in a moment and wrap this ball game up. But first, we'll take a break and hear a word from some of tonight's sponsors.
The beauty of spring starts at the Attala County Co-op. From your lawn to your flower beds, the Attala County Co-op will make it stand out against the rest with fountain, outdoor furniture, plants, and yard art. It's t-shirt weather, and the Attala County Co-op has a large selection of Old Row, Southern Point, and Strutton Cotton t-shirts, and new spring apparel from Ariat and Carhartt. For the perfect drinking experience, grab a brewmate before you head out to the baseball or softball field. The Attala County Co-op, Highway 12 East in Kosciusko.
Before you begin those do-it-yourself projects outside your home or business, be sure you know where your underground utilities are located. Always call before you dig. One easy phone call to 811 can protect you from injury and expense. Plus, it's the law in Mississippi. Make the call and avoid serious or fatal injury. For more electrical safety tips, contact Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937, an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Good health is our priority.
Did you know you do not have to drive for specialized care? Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko partners with specialists in urology, cardiology, neurology, and orthopedics. Have your primary care provider refer you to a PMG specialist today.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Good health is our priority.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Hi, my name is Miles from Frank Chevy GMC.
Miles, what do we got going on this month?
Papa, is it true we have unreal rates?
Miles, unreal and unbelievable. 0% for 36, 2.9 for 72 on select models, and up to $10,000 off select models.
Papa, we had the most cars we ever have in 4 years.
That's right, Miles. We're making driving dreams come true right here on Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Shop us online at frankchevy.com or call 662-289-4611. Never been a better time than today.
Papa, can I go fishing now?
Frank Chevrolet GMC, Highway 35 North in Kosciusko. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Frank Chevrolet GMC, making your driving dreams come true.
Boswell Media Sports.
All right, welcome back where Kosciusko is just taking game one over the Panthers of Amory as the Whippets win it 11-1 as they run roll them in the sixth inning. And just to wrap up this ball game, the Whippets are able to score 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 more in the third, and then added 4 in the sixth inning while Amory plated a run in the sixth. So Kosciusko takes the 11-1 game, 11-1 win over Amory, and they'll take a 1-0 lead within the series. Of course, Kosciusko had 11 runs on 13 hits with a couple of errors. Amory had 1 run on 4 hits with no errors for the Panthers here in tonight's ball game. The hitting stars for Kosciusko are offensive performance from the Whippets as McKinley Dickerson scored 3 runs out of that leadoff spot, and then Whitehead and Price both went 3 for 4 in the ball game on the offensive side. Burrell added with 2 for 3. Burrell had a couple of runs. That's Gracie Kate Burrell did. And then Rosamond went 2 for 4 with a run scored as well. So Kosciusko impressive. Wallace was able from that 9-hole score a couple of runs. He was 1 for 1 officially with a couple of had a walk and was hit by a pitch as well. But the story was Whitehead. Anna Grace Whitehead was out on the mound, just surrendered 1 run on 4 hits. She struck out 7 in this ball game as Kosciusko is able to take game 1. So game 2 is scheduled at being hosted by Amory tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Of course, we'll try to keep you posted if the weather plays a role in that or not. But for this one, Kosciusko takes it 11-1, and this is Scott Hines saying so long.